I'm sorry if I'm pouring a little cold water on things, or not exactly improving the mood right now, but we can't seriously dispute it. Given what our economy produces and the share of taxes and duties that go into the public coffers, we can no longer afford to deliver on the social promises we have made together over many years and decades with the economic performance we achieved together. We are living beyond our means in our country. And that includes, first and foremost, our excessive bureaucracy. Ladies and gentlemen, we in this coalition have now declared war on this bureaucracy, and we are deadly serious about it. We are serious, and it is precisely for this reason that we have established the Ministry for Digitalisation and State Modernization. You will see this in very concrete terms in the coming weeks, months, and years. And it is not without reason that I have been able to recruit someone from the private sector to take on this task. Someone who has experience in transformation, who has experience in digitization projects, and who now works in the same way as he did in the private sector. Namely, no longer solely according to departmental responsibilities, but in interdepartmental project groups, getting things off the ground that we should have got off the ground in Germany long ago. We are offering you something here. It will take some time for everything to be established. This is no trivial undertaking. We are embarking on a cross-departmental, cross-state project for the federal government with the states, cities, and municipalities that may well be the most modern project ever launched to recruit skilled workers in the entire European Union. We are separating the asylum process from immigration into the labor market. We have already achieved a great deal in the asylum process. The numbers have fallen dramatically. We are now at minus 60% compared to last year. This is a first, really big success, also for Alexander Dobrindt, who has achieved this with great success, ladies and gentlemen. But we are only at the beginning of these processes. And separating the asylum procedure from the immigration procedure in the labor market is the next big step that lies ahead of us. We will no longer first go through the asylum procedure with those who now want to come to us and work here, then somewhere into recognition and turn right at the bottom, and then into the labor market. Instead, we will go into two different systems from the outset, and this work and stay system will be a purely digital platform. And I want to say this again very clearly and very plainly. We are and will remain an open country, a tolerant country, a country that welcomes people who want to live in Germany, who want to work in Germany. And we make a very, very clear distinction between this group and those who come to Germany because they are persecuted, but possibly because they simply see an economic advantage in fleeing to Germany. I told the Commission President some time ago, and I wrote about it in a letter a few weeks ago, that things cannot continue like this in Europe. Things cannot continue like this. This letter, which I wrote to the Commission President, was signed without any changes by 21 other heads of state and government from the European Union. And the result is that we are now meeting on 12th February, which is Weiberfastnacht in North Rhine-Westphalia. I overlooked that, but even if I had known, I would not have questioned the date. On that day, we will meet with the European Council near Brussels for a whole day to discuss this issue exclusively. How can we restore the competitiveness of the European Union? And, gentlemen, if you are afraid to go out among the people as mayor, afraid to continue living in your own community, then it is not only contact with the citizens of our country that suffers. This damages our democracy at its core. And that is why it is unacceptable. May I say something about the Yazidis and the deportations to Iraq? We will, of course, continue to repatriate people. I have invited the Syrian president to Berlin and will discuss this with him. I have been invited to Berlin and will discuss this with him. The Cypriot president told me today that when he took office, it took 5 years to repatriate people who were not under threat in Iraq, for example. I have already told you that he is now getting 2 or 3 officials from the Interior Ministry to go to Cyprus to see what they are doing so much better than we are. We must now speed up these repatriations. I will talk to the Syrian president about what we can do so that the people who are here, and we have almost 1 million Syrians in Germany, those who are here, and the civil war there is over, can contribute to the reconstruction of the country. Many of them are needed there, and that is why they should also have an incentive to return to their homeland. Many are here and are needed here. They have become doctors, for example, or are working in a wide variety of professions. We also want to give them the prospect of staying here if they are integrated, if they and their families are able to earn their own living here. We will now take a more differentiated approach to this. But I want to say quite clearly that we will not deport those who are politically or religiously persecuted. That is absolutely clear. We will take a very differentiated approach. Those who do not suffer or tolerate political or religious persecution, or who do not have to fear it, can of course continue to stay in Germany and in Europe. We are striving for common European rules and standards. But those who have fled civil wars and are here temporarily must return to their home countries once the civil war is over.